guys, I'm Crystal Craw.
And I'm Joey Render.
And today we are going to be doing all of our E3 predictions. What we think we're going to be seeing, what we might be seeing, and what we're hoping for.
Yes, this is my favorite time of year where, we just had WWDC for Apple earlier this week announcing iOS 8 and OS X Yosemite. But that's a cute little thing, but my big thing is E3 week, where we get to figure out what we're going to buy this holiday season and what we're going to look forward to this Christmas. So we're going to talk about all of our E3 predictions. So let's start off. I think we got one that's a game that we're hoping to come out that's near and dear to Crystal's heart, so why don't we go to it?
So I'm hoping that there's a new Tomb Raider, but chances are they're not going to be starting from the ground up. That's inevitable, which is great for them because that means that we're possibly going to get to see something new this year. We might get a little bit of a glimpse, probably no live demos. They might not be that far in the process. I like to have high hopes, but I won't put my hopes that high and say that we're going to get a live demo. I'm hoping for a release date sometime early 2015, but early 2015 would actually mean late 2015 because, they're going to push it back like 10 times. But I'm hoping that we're going to see something along the lines of the new comic books that just came out. Dark Horse Comics started a series based on the game that just came out, and it's basically like a what happens next kind of deal. And Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix helped with this, and it's very interesting how they decided to kind of like make this thing go because, well, I don't want to give you spoilers. If you haven't read the comics yet, go read them. But I'm hoping that they kind of take on like a different approach than what the comics are taking, strictly because the comics do take on an after the series happens, this is what's happening in daily life, and I don't think there's much room to build too much of an extravagant plot around that. It could be an interesting plot, but it would be a short game like Legend was. So, that's my big hope. Or my second hope is definitely for another Portal game, because I have been dying for another Portal game. I love puzzle games, and I love the Portal series, and I love Shell, and I love Gladys, and I love Wheatley, and all their crazy antics, and I really want to see a new Portal game. So I've been waiting for that, I feel, way longer than anything, and mainly just because they are so far and few between that we go years without hearing anything about Portal, and there's only 2, and I want to cry, but I actually just recently found out that there is a standalone almost expansion pack for one of the games on Steam, which I am totally going to download today, and it's kind of like a mini side shoot line of Portal madness, and that's pretty much the closest we've come to getting a third game, so I'm hopeful that we'll hear something about Portal also.
For those who are friends of the Valve games, who Valve is the principal people behind Steam, we know that not to necessarily hold our breath because we've been waiting. I'm not sure which game has been in development longer, Duke Nukem or Half-Life 3, but those games, Valve makes great games, but they just take so long and few far in between ever happen that I think Portal was the closest thing that a sequel happened as quickly as it could. So,
yeah. Yep.
And they were like, oh, that's because everyone bought the first one, so they're going for what will definitely sell. I think they're talking about another, not Dead Rising, but Left 4 Dead. I think they were talking about that. But as far as Valve goes, I've learned not to hold my breath. Who
did the Diablo series?
Diablo is Blizzard.
Blizzard, right? Yeah. So Blizzard freaking comes out with a first game, and Diablo 1 was awesome, and people loved it, and they were all about it. Diablo 2 takes quite a while to get out there, but it was still pretty good, and people loved it. Diablo 3 was like 15 million years. That shit didn't come out forever. What the crap? and then it wasn't even. A lot of people were disappointed once it finally came out, and I'm like, man, if you're gonna wait 10, 12, 30, 80 years, that shit better be fucking phenomenal, and it was not.
Hating on Blizzard. That's because Blizzard is
Frustrating.
That's because Blizzard's, they're World of Warcraft, and like, well, this is how we pay our bills. So everything else is like in the past. I know that StarCraft was released, and I think it fared better than Diablo. But yeah, I hear a lot of on Diablo. That's because a lot of these developers that make these games are really PC-based games. So we're not going to see like another, Elder Scrolls game for probably another 5 years, because they know only how to make huge, grandiose games that require huge amounts of processing power. And it's like, no, we're just going to take our time. That's what we do. We got enough money from the last one to feed our kids, so why not?
They don't have to worry about it at all.
Right, anyway, so they're like, you guys can wait. We're just going to make things, which makes for like a good game most times. But with Blizzard, they just they're so focused on World of Warcraft, I don't think they can really make another stellar game outside of using those resources. That's just my opinion.
And another thing with computer gaming in general is there's so much opportunity for advancement in technology that, like, his name escapes me, but the man that decided to do Avatar waited 20 years until technology was at its peak and it could actually do what he wanted it to do to make Avatar.
Now we're talking about the movie Avatar from James Cameron, not to be confused with Avatar: The Last Airbender, which we all thought that was the same movie. Because James Cameron threw money at Nickelodeon Viacom saying, hey, I'm going to take the Avatar movie rights, so you just call whatever movie you said The Last Airbender. So there's a whole probable rant on that from other people, but we're not getting into that. Some of my E3 predictions, I'm looking forward to more games coming out for the now current but next generation of consoles like PS4 and Xbox One. Hoping for maybe I really don't know. Like, I'm just so excited for other new things to come out besides, I'm waiting for Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. That'll be 2016 as far as I know. So there's nothing like in the immediate future that I'm clamoring for. I'm just interested. I'm more of a gaming political scientist. I want that to be a thing. Because I'm a big picture looker as far as what Sony and Microsoft are going to do with their consoles. Sony pretty much won E3 last year with standing ovations from crowds, and Microsoft has pretty much backtracked literally on just about everything except for the name of the console at this point. So it's pretty interesting to see, what first-party games Microsoft's going to come out with to try to get fans back, and what Sony is going to do to continue its positive role. So I'm just more curious on the back end of those than anything. Nintendo still exists. Smash Brothers for DS is going to be a huge thing. I need to get a release date on that because I'll purposely buy a DS just for that game. So anything else is just going to be, icing on the cake for me. I'm just excited to hear about gaming news. That's just me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's you were saying advancement in computer technology. I know that there is one game I'm curious that if it's going to come to America, and it's a Korean MMO, and it's one of the best looking MMOs I think I've ever seen. Like, I can't remember. I think it's Black Desert. Google it if you haven't seen it. Just watch the trailer and watch the character creation. It's maddening. Like, I know if they're smart enough for it to hit States, that it's going to be pretty big. So
that's promising.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm just really excited to want to see. Because right now we're in the transition of generations, so We have a lot of less games coming out for our current PS3s and Xboxes. I know Borderlands the pre-sequel is one of the games looking forward to in October. But after that, like 2014 is not really exciting me too much. I got a few games on PS4 coming out, like Last of Us remastered, and Destiny, and Borderlands pre-sequel. Those are the big four games or three games I'm looking forward to. I highly doubt Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain's coming out this year. That'll be more of a first quarter of 2015. So that's pretty much what we're going to be looking forward to at this E3. Is really a lot of touching on a few things that might come out here in the end of this year, but we're pretty much, this E3 is going to be a tale of what's coming out next year, and that I'm pretty excited about. I know I have a PS4, and Crystal, you have a PC gaming. Is there anything currently right now that you looking forward to, like gaming wise, like for the next couple of months now that we're in summertime?
Pretty much everything that I have on my freaking roster right now is backtracking. Like, I still haven't even gotten through the first Borderlands. The first Borderlands! How awful! They're coming out with a third one. I haven't even gone through the first one. I need to get the second one too. I am like a disaster. And then I'm still like a level 2 on freaking League of Legends, but that's never gonna I'm never gonna get good at that game, so I'm just like, no. I do have a friend that was saying, he follows me on Twitter, I think mainly just Twitter, was saying, hey, I will totally teach you, and I'm like, good luck. I don't think he realizes just how bad I am at this game, but he said he's a pretty good teacher, so I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get in on that maybe next week or something like that. You have no idea. It's bad. But yeah, I mean, most of my stuff is just backtracking and waiting for those few games that are really going to pique my interest. I'm interested to hear more about that Borderlands, and I really want to know if there's going to be another Portal coming out soon, but we had that whole conversation already. Another Tomb Raider, we had that debate already. But I mean, mainly, I just really need to catch up. I need to play catch up because being in school for the past, 16 years of my life has kind of made school my top priority. And then work because, I like my house and I like my animals. I don't want them to die. So, I have to feed them and occasionally feed myself. I can usually last a while without food, but them, I'm not so sure. So gaming has not been a priority nearly as much as I wish it were, and cons have taken over my life a little bit more than they should have / not enough, depending on how you look at it. But I mean, I just gotta play catch up. We are not even going to have the Call of Duty conversation. I'm done. I'm done with Call of Duty. I'm done with Black Ops. I'm done with Modern Warfare and Advanced Warfare and all the things. And we're gonna I'm done. We're done with that. That needs to stop. I don't care if you're still making money off of it. Why the fuck are you still making money off of that? Why are you people still buying it? It's the same stuff over and over again. No. That just needs to not happen. Okay. End rant.
Hold on, we're going to talk about this a bit more because you just told these people to stop. It's like that thing you're doing. That thing, quit it. Shut it down. I think at this point they should just really, there are people who only buy a Madden or 2K, NBA 2K15. Me and my friend were talking about there's a Magic game that comes out every year, and we're like, you know what, we're not sure about getting that again, because it's starting to get to where, it's formulaic. Like, it's a good game, it was good when it was just starting out, just like, Modern Warfare 2 was fantastic, but after Black Ops, it just starts becoming the same thing, and no one even plays the single player anymore. Like, I've probably been more single player. I have probably more single player hours than just about all my friends have, and they're playing a Call of Duty. Because all they do is put the disc in, multiplayer. That's the only thing that disc is worth for everybody. I need to ask him if he ever even beat Black Ops. I don't think he has. I had it a week. I borrowed it from him. I beat Black Ops completely, 110% done. But, yeah, now, Battlefield, I'm interested in. That's because it's just a huge amount of content and weirdness going on that I feel like it's not just the same corridor. I'm actually, I'm a huge Capture the Flag fan.
Yeah.
So when the flag is like literally 10 miles away and you have to battle through things, I'm like, okay, I get to use my brain to figure out where to actually go with this. So, yeah, I agree that Call of Duty either might just need to just reform its name to be Call of Duty 2015, 2016, because it's just pretty much at this point just an esports title.
Yeah.
Just, just make the game $40, make it multiplayer only, go for it.
Yep.
You're pretty much, instead of spending money on voice actors to be in the single player, just make it $40, multiplayer only, and only buy, voice packs that make me sound like Snoop Dogg.
That's great. I'm worried that Battlefield is going to end up taking the same route that Call of Duty has. They didn't have that feel at all in the beginning, and, then Call of Duty really took off, and they were like, all right, so they kind of took that similar route, and then they had freaking completely destructible, they were advertising the completely destructible things, and I am dangerous, and I like to destroy everything. But, so that was cool. I like that. But then, I'm worried that they are going to start to fall into that, oh, well, if this is working, we might as well keep the same format and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And I don't want them to fall into that trap that Call of Duty fell into, because Call of Duty was good at one point, and I mean, it offered a lot, and I own Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and Modern Warfare 3 for sure, I know none of the maps. None of them. Because I just never play. At all. I don't like it. Black Ops 2, I think I know one or two of the maps, but I don't play that one either, really. I play zombies. More than any other aspect of the game, I play zombies. And I don't even have everything, unlocked. On the one where they, showed where it was, you could do the transit, style, where you'd, catch the bus and you go different places. I don't know if, you have to, beat the game on single player and then that unlocks other things, or if you have to, play a certain amount of multiplayer and that unlocks other things. There are unlockable things. I have no idea how to get to them because I don't play enough, because I don't want to play. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm not interested.
I rage quit Black Ops 2 so hard.
Done.
Just
Throws game.
I'm a huge single player fan, and Black Ops 2, just the whole feel of the game. Black Ops 1, I have fun with. I like, Mason, the numbers! That was fun. But this
what do they mean?
What do they mean, Mason? That was probably the best part of the entire game was, Mason, what do the numbers mean?
Did you know that you could break it in... Okay, pause. Pause. In the freaking loading screen, when you, pick multiplayer or zombies or single player, and then you can break out of the chair. Did you know that?
Yes.
And then you can turn around and you can go play the game on the computer.
I would do that all the time and just be like... I remember getting that achievement and playing the game on the computer. Like I said, I got all the single-player trophies for Black Ops 1.
Freaking
I have Modern Warfare 2 like on digital on Xbox, so every now and then if I ever feel the need to just like want to have some multiplayer fun, I'll do that. But I've really transitioned over to Battlefield because I feel like on Call of Duty, you learn the maps and that's how you win. You learn the maps, you learn where people will be in order to throw a grenade with your Turtle Beach headset on, hearing all the footsteps. In Battlefield 4, like, the maps are so large that if you're just camping in one area, you're not even seeing like really 30% of the action. Like, I have to parachute from somewhere just to get like halfway across the map in order to do that. So I feel like I can traverse that a bit better because learning the maps, you're literally learning like a neighborhood. And that still doesn't mean like you're a little tiny speck on this huge map. So it's more or less you have to go where the action is rather than wait for the action to come to you. So I know that Battlefield's has Battlefield Hardline coming out this year, which is pretty much like a cop thing where you're actually just kind of a SWAT team. I don't think I'll be too interested in that, which I'm glad they're not straight up doing a military shooter, so that's a nice little change. That gives me hope for like Battlefield 5 to be nice and polished and clean, because Battlefield 4 was one of my favorite shooters of last year. Like, I need to re-get it, just because I freaking miss the multiplayer and just having fun, just going, whee! And they're also doing the same thing. EA is realizing that formulaic is not going to win them very many favors. Like, EA Sports, Madden, and, you're going to come up with Madden each year, and you're going to sell Maddens. As long as you improve the roster and everything, those people don't really complain. They're not like us gamers who have nitpicky, like, oh man, hoping to get Mario's mustache right. No. They really don't care. They're here to play a football simulation, and that's what they're best at. But when you have an actual, like, a gameplay feature, which mostly is online, it doesn't really exist in this world of actuality of, football, that's when you're like, alright, be more creative. Be, something that, you're creating your own rules. Give me something to be more excited instead of being like, okay, this is it. I found the thing on the map that's going to make me win every time. And that's all I need to do because I'm 16 years old and I don't have to worry about work or anything. So I can do this all day.
Yep. All day. Oh, goodness. I have nothing to say. I'm done. Abort.
Now, there is something that's also coming out that I just realized that might be of interest to you. There is, I'm not sure if it's being translated for America, there is an Attack on Titan game. I know for right now it's on the 3DS, but you actually, yes, that look right there that we just had is that it's on the 3DS. I know there's a trailer for it on YouTube, so we'll look at that. But you get to be the do the zero G like everything and just go around killing Titans.
Pretty legit.
So that's also another reason to get a 3DS. I'll probably get a 3DS this year for Smash Brothers and probably that game if it ever exists. Speaking of Nintendo's blowing up in the past couple of days because I'm not sure if you've seen this or heard of it, but Luigi's Death Stare.
What?
Okay. Go look at this, but go to Google or wherever, YouTube or whatever, and just type in Luigi Death Stare. And it's not a glitch in Mario Kart, it's just that whenever Luigi hits someone, he just gets this look of like, it's just this face of, madness. I'm going to go home and kill your family. Like, it's that look.
That's really serious. I feel like I need to check this out.
Like, we'll have it on the screen for everyone, but yeah, it's legit like serial killer. Like, New York, look at you because I just cut you off and it's your fault. I'm going to go home and kill your family sort of look. and it's just become a viral thing, and I think it's fantastic because it's Luigi. No one cares about Luigi, but no, Luigi's like, he has no fucks to give. He is in Mario Kart like, no, I'm winning this crap. No, you're dead. Your whole family dead. I take it you found it.
There are like whole compilations too. Like, I only saw a 30-second clip, and it was like slowed down a little bit so you can really get a feel for that. But there are like whole compilations. Like, I just saw like an advertisement for a 25-minute compilation of Luigi death stares and nothing else. I'm impressed by that. He's just like, bitch, what? You done? Gone. Keep it moving. Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah, so that's been what's been going on for a while. So like every time like I see someone mad, like something, instead of going the Gur face, I just do like Luigi death stare. Because he's just going in, and he's just like, just right there, like, connect. I complete and total eye contact with you that I am going to straight up stab you in the face. Because I'm Luigi.
With a cat.
It just became like a Pulp Fiction of, does Luigi look like a bitch? Does Luigi look like a bitch? Why you trying to fuck him like one?
Bring it, bitch. Bring it.
New format, more potty mouth.
Yeah, really. Definitely a little bit. Definitely a very different kind of show coming up with this new format. It's definitely worthwhile.
Speaking of, just for some housekeeping, since we did lose the live audience, we still want to have your feedback and everything, so feel free to follow us on the various social media. We are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, G+, as we had to abandon due to us having grown-up lives to deal with, since we're not doing a live show anymore. You could go in there if you want to. We're more or less going to be doing more Facebook and tweeting more than anything. If we get on more, we'll let you know. But feel free to, if you have any questions, to send it to our Render Raider R3 at Twitter and Facebook.com/RenderRaiderReport. And also leave comments, since we'll be exclusively on YouTube. Leave some comments as far as what you think of the format and if you want to see anything else. But yes, if you want to have us any questions beforehand, put it on there and we'll try to put it on the show as quick as we can. But that's a little housekeeping right there. No, I don't think I'm ending the show yet, unless you feel like you need to.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. Shit. We got this in the bag.
I also want to apologize. I don't have the new fancy graphics up just yet. I know most of you probably don't care, but that's me being a perfectionist. So we're going to try to... I'm still plugging away at them, and for next week, big announcement next week. Since we were talking about E3 predictions today, since we'll be doing it, this show more or less on weekends when everything's pretty much wrapped up, we get to have a full, unadulterated, untime-limited discussion about what we heard coming out of E3. So...
And uncensored.
Completely uncensored. Not sure even what that means, but yeah, we will have...
All the curse words.
All the curse words. And that's the curse word dance. But yes, we're going to have as much content as we can pack in and talk about that was interesting to us. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be long-winded because I love E3 and I look at every freaking conference and announcement, and I look at it when I'm at work. I go outside and I'm like, will they announce? Will they announce? Have a huge discussion, so I'm excited. It's my favorite time of the year, so I look forward to giving you a bunch of information about what's coming up after E3. But yeah, I'm in agreement. I really don't have too much more to talk about. But yes, this is the new format. Like I said, we're sorry to lose our live audience, but it has been beneficial technology-wise. So if we completely goof up with technology, we can end it with the magic power of computers.
Glitz, glam, pow.
I'm gonna try to add glitz and glamour, but that might be at a later time.
Well, next week, glitz, glam, pow.
Next time, glitz, glam, pow. But yeah, that's it. So why don't you send us off?
Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoy our new format. That's it for this week. Next week we'll be talking about E3, so catch us then. See you soon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and enjoyed yourself. Signing off, I'm Crystal Croft.
And I'm Joey Rinder with the glitz and glam. No, it didn't work. Okay.
That's all for this week. Keep it geeky, interwebs.
Keep it geeky, interwebs.